Smells good. Oh wow, everybody so quickly, so quick. Good evening, hello, good afternoon, good morning. Just give me a second, y'all, okay? If you could. It's a little dark. Still trying to just get a little set up here. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. So, looks like Rosa is our first visitor, or returning viewer. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with her tonight. Okay. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and just get on with the stuff here. I just want to say welcome back to everybody. I'm going to try to get messages for everybody. Who knows if I can do that, but nonetheless, I'm just going to get started. So many people here. So Rosa, I'm going to start off closing my eyes, just inviting Spirit here to be with us as I give these messages. Okay. So this is for Rosa. So Rosa, something is coming through. Did I freeze just now? What just happened there? One second, everybody. Something's happening here with my video. Okay, looks like we're back on. Just don't know why it is freezing up like that. Oh, technical difficulties. Hold on. Okay. So Rosa, there is something about, I feel like whatever this is, interpretation, I feel like you're making yourself unavailable for something. You feel pretty secure in that decision. I don't know what this has to do with. It feels like an opportunity that's being presented to you and you're kind of just like, no, I'm sorry, I can't. I don't know what's going on with my video tonight, but we're just gonna trust that it's gonna come back on. So I'm pretty sure you all can hear me, correct? So let me see how Spirit's wanting to guide you here in regards to this. Okay. So there you are trying to protect. I don't know what's going on with my camera here, y'all. Give me 1 second. Don't know what's happening right now, but let me try to redo this here. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's see if that's gonna make anything better. Okay. So, I think that's gonna solve everything for us today. Just minimize that. Okay. So they're showing me that you're being a little bit guarded here with whatever this has to do with. It looks like you are either being careful with what you give out, Rosa, and it looks like it's almost like it's pretty much you rejecting something here. Okay. Where are you trying to guide, Rosa here? Okay. Yeah. So I feel like they're just telling me this because, oh wait, hold on. There's something that you feel as though it is a hopeless situation, and this is why you're kind of rejecting that offer, whatever this has to deal with. But I feel like if you have the need to really be vocal about this, Spirit's asking you to sort of just quiet down. You have the right idea, and whatever this has to do with, there is a factor of, yes, it is kind of hopeless, is what they're telling me here. But they also want you to protect yourself a little bit here, because whatever this has to deal with, I don't think it's for you. And they are showing me here a little bit of a heartache that this is causing. And lastly, were you trying to guide her here? Okay. So I feel like whatever this had to deal with, it did end in a disappointment. And I feel like they're just telling you to get over this quicker. Yes, there's a sense of protection that you need to look out for yourself. Yes, it's a hopeless kind of thing. Yes, you kind of shamed someone or whatever this rejection had to be. And yes, it did end in some kind of disappointment and sadness. And that's probably the most important thing here regarding this whole situation, is the sadness that this caused. And that's the part that they want you to send back to Spirit, send it back to your heart. Okay? Close you off here. I feel like this has to do with family, and Spirit is just wanting you to just remember that you love them, and they're showing me a bouquet of flowers. So just think of the good times, okay? That's for you. All right, who's next here? There's a lot of people here. I'm not sure how to do this. I think we might have to do the list thingy and have Spirit tell us who should be read. So I'm going to start a list here for Minati. I'm literally going to write everybody's name. Free game, welcome back. I love seeing everybody back here. Kay, thank you so much for coming back. Kathleen, hello. Nada, hello. Thank you so much for coming back. Miriam, hello. I remember these names, yes. Okay, the Toking Explorers. Okay. Welcome, Toking Explorers. Let's put that down. Virgo Love, hello. Welcome back. So nice to have you. We have everybody here. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, everybody's here. Gotcha. Okay, let's see who's getting a read. So I'm allowing Spirit to choose, okay? Oh, thanks, Rosa. I just hope that the messages are resonating and hopefully making a difference in the world. So Okay, so it looks like, okay. Miriam, you're being called here. So hello, hello. Wow. Thank you so much for the compliments, y'all. But I am gonna continue work here for everybody. So I have Miriam. Hopefully you're still here. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go ahead and start. Okay, this one is a little bit, okay, someone feels as though they're being a little bit like overlooked or kind of just pushed to the side to where their full value isn't being recognized or acknowledged. And I feel like whoever this person is, it almost feels like Cinderella. And you know what she had to deal with her stepmother, and it's making that person pretty upset here. Okay, and I feel like they're kind of crying. Okay, being pushed to the side there. So let's see what's happening. Okay, so yeah, so they're showing me that somebody is really probably unconsciously, it doesn't look like they're projecting this, but I know they're feeling very insecure with whatever this has to deal with. I definitely feel people are involved here, and they're to the point where their heart is basically caved in on themselves here. They're not sure what to do. They're not sure where to give or how much they can actually give. Okay, what else you want to show me here, Spirit? And yeah, so I can see that this experience has kind of pushed you to kind of be dependent on your own self, and you're probably cutting off from even being able, if somebody tells you, you know, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, you are kind of like not being fazed by it to the extent as how much it would usually affect you, but you're kind of just like, so whoever this is, they're kind of becoming a little bit more cold to what's happening here. Anything else? Okay. So the thing that I like about what's happening here is, okay, yeah, there's definitely heartache there that you're showing me, and that's what you're kind of expecting what's to happen there. There's also, I feel like you want to desire something or you want to go in a certain way, but you're not allowing yourself to go there. It's like you're stopping yourself for some reason. But you're kind of like allowing yourself to stay in this place of just sadness and hopelessness. Where are you trying to guide? Okay. Yeah, so listen. I can tell there's this kind of desire that you've been thinking about, but the moment it reaches your mind, it's almost like you can't even take it seriously enough. You're just like, that'll never happen. That can't happen. And then you revert automatically back to this place of sadness. But Spirit understands, I feel, whoever this has to deal with, it's still a desire that spirit would like you to continue to focus on. Okay, it's gonna help. I don't know what this has to deal with. Let's see. And it has to deal with your independency and finances, okay? All right? So continue to do that. And it's literally telling me that whatever is going on here, it's almost like you're kind of a little powerless, and it's all about the finances is what's actually going to be able to help you get that out of there, you know? Is this making sense? Okay? Anything else? Anything else here for Miriam? Okay, there you go. They just want you to have a bit of pride, and as well as a bit of defensiveness, healthy ego and healthy pride. And they want you to really tune into that for what you're going to have to endure with the situation, and really hold on to that for the future, okay? Do not allow this situation or whatever to bring you down, okay? I hope that makes sense. Perfect. Thank you so much, Miriam. Okay, let's go ahead and on to the next. And we are going to go with have a beautiful rest of your night. Okay, Virgo love. I'm getting Spirit is calling you to the floor. Oh, thank you for telling everyone to support and like the live. I really appreciate that. And I don't know, my video is like a little off today. I need to just do a little, sorry. You guys don't know how small of a desk I actually have, or that I'm working with. Okay. Virgo love. Okay. Julia, I'm going to add your name to the list here. So Virgo love, Spirit is wanting me to give a message to you. Let's go ahead and do that. Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay, so Virgo love, I feel like this has to do with finance. I feel like there's a lack of accountability, especially regarding things of the past, or how we approached things of the past, or our acknowledgement of how much we actually could have done. Because I feel like they're showing me as well something along the lines of there was I'm not going to say it was a huge loss, but it feels like something that really made you feel like, oh God, this can't be good in regards to finances. So I hear someone, likely you, I'm not sure, this interpretation, saying, I couldn't be helped. And it's not my fault, okay? So let's see what's happening there. Okay. So there you are, manifesting guilt and shame. Okay. So you are likely paying attention mostly to what you feel is best and how to approach your situation. You might be feeling stuck, and if somebody asks, like, offers you help, you're probably likely to kind of turn away from it or not even consider it. And you're also showing me a level of shame there, which is basically probably you being aware of what it is that you can or cannot give. But I feel like you're kind of not paying attention to that shame, and that shame is really just turning into guilt there. How are you trying to guide? Okay. All right. Oh, very, very nice. Oh, I love this. Okay, yeah. Okay. So I can tell there are people, I feel like there are people involved here, and I feel like you're likely pushing people away or kind of want to, like, well, you did this, you did that, kind of, kind of want to put blame on others, So you need to know that this doesn't feel good, obviously. Any kind of being in a position where a blame has to be put on somewhere doesn't feel good. Spirit wants you to give this energy back to them. Okay, that's very, very clear. And so what you're going to do is invite your heart to be with you while you meditate in contemplation. Open up your spiritual heart where spirit lies deep within, ready to receive. So when you find yourself in that position of where you're like, oh, like irritated with yourself, or you just want to like push people away and be like, leave me alone, take that energy and simply give it back to spirit who's been waiting to receive this from you. Okay? One more thing. Okay. So they're showing me a sense of pride and separation. This could be healthy ego. It could be just a sense of defensiveness here that you're holding here in your mind, and it seems like you're not wanting to let go of that. Show me with the guidance here, please. Okay, so it kind of looks like they're showing me a little bit more in the future, and I see you growing here. I see you kind of, your mind is opening up to more possibilities instead of staying in the same sort of patterns that you've been locked into and really feeling. And I can tell this was a little bit kind of making you feel a little bit powerful, but I think you're going to be, whatever this is, I see some improvement here, and that feels really, really good. However, you still have a process to go through this, because I feel like you are very protective of yourself, as in, hold on, were you guiding here? Yeah. Listen, when you step into the light finally, and I feel like this is going to happen a little bit ways in the future, they're wanting you to really take note of that moment when you kind of feel a little bit more clear than you used to. They want you to hold on to that, because I feel like you haven't gotten a taste of what this is like in a while. So they're showing me that once you start feeling this sense of courage to move out of your space, you tend to open up even more patterns of anger and separation, because I feel like that's your pattern there. So even though it looks like you're going to grow, at the same time you're showing me a pattern that's going to emerge that's going to make you feel even worse. But they're telling you to stay on target with trying to feel comfortable with what is happening, and not being interested in any kind of conflict or anything like that. Not allowing your circumstances, money, relationships, whatever status, to determine whether or not you feel okay. So that's for you. All right. I'm just gonna grab my other phone, guys. Or hold on, I just need to turn this off on auto. Like my phone is not charging. Hold on, just a second. Thanks, Virgo love. We love you. We love you so much. Remember, guys, this is a place of no judgment. Spirit, these messages are coming through because Spirit loves you. Okay? So, just want to, you know, acknowledge everybody for being brave. But, I mean, we're human. Even me, I F up all the time. Okay. Let's go on. Thank you so much. I'm going to add some new names here. I know we have some new viewers. I have Julia here. I feel like there's someone else that came. No? Alana here. And yeah, I think that's good. I think that is good. Okay, Aisha, hello. Let's put you down. All right, I think that's good. Let's go on to our next. Okay, let's go on to the next. Who would you like me to read? Oh, wow. Okay. Please don't be mad, everyone. Aisha, you're being called here. Aisha, I'm just going to double check that. Because I know we have people who've been here for a while. But I'm like, Spirit, is it really? Yep, see? Yep. I have to follow what they're saying. They have a plan, you know. They have a plan. They know what they're doing, so I have to follow. Alrighty. The others, tuning in, difficult for intuitive. It's a lot of energy you deal with. Oh, you know, I'm doing so much better. You know, I'm learning how I'm going to be doing the live videos for a lot longer, which has to do a lot with following Spirit as my leader and my guide here. So that makes everything a lot easier. I'm just going to make sure I have this doesn't lock on me. Oh, you guys want to donate? Oh, that's so nice. Well, okay. Well, there's links on my About section. That's there. Okay. Thank you so much. That's so nice. Okay. But we're going to go ahead and read for Aisha, okay? I don't want to waste any time here, so we're going to go ahead and read for Aisha. Ooh, Aisha. Okay, so I hope this is what I'm seeing is for you. It might be somebody else in your life, I don't know, but somebody is like applying for jobs or something. There's something business, money related, and this is like big money type of stuff. And I don't know what it has to do with the position, but they're just showing me like cha-ching, 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 okay? And I feel like somebody has to do with somebody made a decision recently and they're like, I know this is what I want to do and I'm going for it. And I see it leading to a lot of nice stuff there. Okay, so let's see what's happening. Okay. So what is actually happening here? Okay, all they want me to tell you right now is that any type of insecurities or feelings that you had towards yourself that was telling you you're not good, or you can't make it, or you're not as good as other people, you were holding that in your heart, and whatever this had to do with what I was feeling, you are now, that is being healed. You are going on to something new. And as you go on to something new, all this shame that you're holding in your heart gets sucked by spirit automatically. So that's happening. Very, very nice. Koi, stop. Brush your teeth. Take a bath. Thank you. And okay. So there's a little bit of a heartache here, though, that you're showing me. And I don't know what it has to do with. It's almost like you're pushing for this heartache to continue, but that doesn't make any sense for me. So I'm going to see what that is. Wait, let me see. How are you trying to guide her with that? Okay. Yeah. So it feels like in your subconscious mind, you are manifesting a level of sadness at the same time, grief. I don't know what this has to do with, a loss. Maybe it's connected to this. I don't know. But I feel you're putting a bit of energy out through your mind there, and they're saying, hey, don't worry about this so much. It makes sense that whatever this is, yes, it's a loss, but I feel like it's messing with your day-to-day and how you feel throughout your day. They're telling you that this loss is fine. It's okay to feel lost. You have a valid point. Your feeling is valid, but they want you to take the loss and just feel it more in balance with your heart as well, because your spirit's wanting to like help you throughout this loss, whatever it has to deal with. You understand what this is? Okay, and hold on. One last thing here. But you're still kind of showing me that you're kind of still insecure, in that you are still like trying to protect yourself, or either pushing people away, or doing something that makes you question, like, do I have enough? Am I doing enough? What's this? Oh, God. So that's what it is. You don't know that you have success that's waiting for you right there. But you just told me, or I felt that you're just kind of tired, and you are like, oh, is it ever going to happen? But they're showing me this huge stairway, which looks like to be towards heaven, okay? But it's symbolic. But you don't see all the light that's actually shining from above, and that stairway is, there's nobody else, there's no line, it's just ready for you to walk up. But yet you don't see it, and you're kind of just like, well, I don't trust the stairs. Can somebody walk first up there and let me know if the stairs is dangerous or if it's safe? So you're too much up here, you understand? Trust. Allow yourself to know that your true value is enough. Does this make sense to you? Okay, last thing here. Okay, there you go. You are holding a level of, you're way too cocooned, you understand? You're way too defensive. I feel like you're like, oh wait, no, that's not working out. That can't be it for me. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable here. I don't feel comfortable with that person. That doesn't feel right. You're showing me a lot of that, of like almost like, oh, nothing resonates with me. That's not going to work. You know, where you're guiding her with this. Oh, there you go. There you go. Spirit wants you to, you're carrying way too much self-protection, and that was supposed to serve you for a little bit, but you've accumulated too much of that self-protection now to where now, oh, this is your patterns now, this is all that I can do, there's nothing I can do about it, I need. No, Spirit wants you to do a little bit of spring cleaning with your energies. This stuff should have been let go and sent back to the heart where Spirit lies, waiting to receive. Okay, they want to heal you with regards to this. You're carrying too much there. Okay, too much protection. Give it back. Okay, that's for you. Let's go. And thank you so much, Aisha. And we're going to go to the next person. Hi, Taiki. Welcome back. I'm going to put all these names down here. Minati, we have your name. Wonderful. Yes, I have everybody's name, I believe. Sweetie, let me put this name down. And I hope, well, I know Spirit is gonna choose the next person, but you all know, like, I wish everybody could get read tonight. But can you imagine what this is gonna be like if I have like, a lot of people in here? Thank God it's not that much yet. So let's go ahead and see. Kay, you're being called. Is Kay here? I'm simply bringing messages through in which Spirit feels is most appropriate for you today, okay? So it's not that I'm not acknowledging your questions, but if I were Spirit, I would tell you exactly what messages you need the most. And apparently you needed to hear that message, and I kind of understand. That's a pretty big one for you, because I feel like I feel like whatever I was seeing here, it not only affects one area of your life, I feel like it affects almost everything, because you're carrying this with you, okay? It's almost become part of your personality, and I feel like you've sort of like felt like this is just the way that I am, you know? But you don't understand that a transformation is it's waiting for you. Okay. Okay. Thanks so much for coming by. Let's see what Spirit's has in store. Nine of Pentacles has to do with independency, self-control, discipline. Let's see what this is. Okay, Kay, I don't know what this is. I feel like this is family stuff related. I feel like there is like responsibilities within the families in which one person, one particular person, I feel like it's a younger male who feels singled out and feels like they don't want to be the only person that appears to be able to like help or like contribute. And I feel like this is causing like there's like a division with there's people are feeling divided or something. Do you know what this is? Anyways, let's go ahead and see. So I'm reading 4K. I have no idea. Again, this is interpretation, okay? But I mean, you kind of got the gist there, right? So let me see what this is. I don't know. It feels like I might be picking up on somebody else's energy here, just because I feel like I was sensing a male there. So there's somebody here that is really, really manifesting a level of insecurity, and they might be closing themselves off to, I don't know, opportunity. I have to close my eyes here, but it looks like they're operating at a level of shame, and that is never good. So I'm gonna see. So you don't know what this is? Okay, it's okay. Let's keep an open mind. Although what was coming through was pretty strong there. So, okay. In addition to that shame, there's guilt here in the heart that people aren't being kind of honest about. They're keeping it to themselves. So this person is also being closed off, reluctant to kind of connect with other people. They're kind of wanting to do their own thing. And then when interactions happen, it's almost like, why should I go? Why should I move forward here anyway? What's the point, you know? The moment they start moving forward, or if this has to do with people, they're just like, what's the point, you know? They're already they're done. They're giving up there. And they're showing me a lot of sadness here. This has to do with family. I keep seeing family. I don't know what this is. Hopelessness right there. Boom, all this. Okay. Some guy messaged me but got silent. And so are you connecting with this? Okay, so I'm asking the spirit guidance here. And whoever this is, they're feeling really isolated and really alone. And I'm gonna get clarity here. Hold on. Alone time is really important for whoever this person is. Hopefully, maybe you're connecting. Maybe this is you. But Spirit is asking them to spend more time with their heart. Spirit is actually wanting to like give them a huge hug, because they're feeling a lot of guilt, and likely they're probably projecting it onto other people and they don't realize. But there's a lesson to be learned here. And Spirit's wanting them to just expect for tomorrow to be a better day. What else? There's that hopelessness again. There's the dependence on themselves. They're isolating themselves, but they're thinking way too much about this in their mind. This is stuff that people should not have to, they shouldn't have to operate at such low energies here in the mind, you know? This is stuff that the heart should take. Where are you guiding? It's a huge pattern here. Where are you guiding this? So I don't know if this is for you, but this is coming through and it's really, really... Okay. So that whoever this is, they just, Spirit is wanting them to really have them take care of them only at this point. So be careful of what you give, what you say, because they're neglecting themselves at this time, and Spirit wants to get their attention. I'm just gonna get one more thing here, okay? This has to do with somebody that you know who is not giving you attention right now, and they've secluded themselves off very, very much so from you. But what I feel is that they are, Spirit's trying to get them to learn a lesson, that not to close themselves off to this connection, which I feel has to do with you. And they are actually holding kind of a bit of a grudge there. But Spirit is trying to get through to them and tell them, hey, forgiveness. Forgive. This is the message that's coming through here. Okay? Do you know what this is? Okay. Just as long as you got that, okay? All right, cool. We got that through. It's okay. It happens sometimes. People are like, you know, it's a puzzle. It's a puzzle. That's what it is. So whenever challenges come through, yeah, I sweat a little bit. So I'm like, oh God, there's people watching, you know? But every time that happens, I never give up and I just keep looking, okay? And you all can do the same thing too. Just letting you know, if you wanna have your own relationship and communication with Spirit, that is very possible. Okay, let's go. So, it looks like I have D here. I think that's the only other name here that I added. So let's go to the next. Okay, free game. You're being called here. Perfect. Thank you, Kay. So I'm just doing a little clearing here before. Okay, so free game. Here we go. I'm gonna close my eyes here for free game, see what's coming through. Okay. I feel like this is relationship. This is funny. If sorry. So if you feel, or if you're in a relationship and you feel that you might be replaceable, or you're feeling replaceable, or you don't know what that person is thinking of you, or whether or not this relationship is it's gonna last forever or whatnot. This is cool. What came through? So they showed me a parking spot, and your car was there, I believe. And what they were trying to portray here was telling me, like, it was almost like you were afraid that this parking spot was dangerous, or it was prohibited, or like maybe permits required or something like that, and you were like, oh God, I hope like my car's not gonna get towed. But it's symbolic in regards to the relationship. So I felt that anxiety over there. I was like, am I gonna get towed or not? Am I gonna get out of this reserved spot that I was expecting to have for myself? Am I worthy? Is this really my spot, or is my car gonna get towed? And I felt as though your car is meant to stay there, okay? So let's see. Dogs barking alert. Yeah. All right, let's see what's going on there. We'll keep this short, if you don't mind. Okay. So there is your desire there that you are wanting to keep here for the long run. But at the same time, this desire carries a sense of heartache and despair. Okay? You know what I mean? And I can tell you're starting to connect back with your heart there. But your heart, you feel like you're hopeless there. Okay, and that part of your heart over there is kind of telling me like, you, on some level, you're like, maybe like expecting it not to continue or whatever. And then the longer I stay there, you are showing me that you kind of tend to get more like defensive and more like self-protective, or like you'll just like have more sense of like, okay, I'm going to be over here, you're going to be over there, we're too different. But then something happens to where you are able to see the light in this relationship once again. Okay, where are you taking me? Where are you guiding? Free game here. Yeah, so they want you to listen, hey, this is really important. I really love that this is coming here for you, because I can see how much heartache and hopelessness you're carrying in regards to this, but it's only because of the experience of the past. But if you work on yourself enough through these relationships that are so challenging, that's the key to continue bringing the best parts of you, so you don't feel so powerless when the relationship gets you down. It's always a call of like, okay, this problem happened, that problem happened, they don't like me, I don't like them. That means spend more time with you for healing, and then you go back and you heal the other person. But right now you need to spend time and heal. And they want you to be more intentional because they're helping you. They're asking you to take this heartache and sadness and hopelessness and give it back to them. Boom, 100%, okay? Sometimes they'll show me, oh, you need to feel the hopelessness, you need to feel the sadness there, that's serving you, not for you. Take all that energy and give it right back to spirit right here in your spiritual heart, okay? Deep within, okay? They're wanting to do that for you. One last thing. Okay, you're showing me a sense of your insecurities as well, and that you're kind of like, almost like not wanting to pay attention to that. You might be pushing people away and stuff. Okay, what do you want to do with that? Give that to spirit too. Give all your insecurities back to spirit. All of it. Just drain yourself of all that sadness, hopelessness, and the insecurities that tell you that you're no good. Give it all back to spirit. You don't need it. Okay, that's yours. Thanks so much. And let's go on to the next person. Yes, how's everybody tonight? Love it. Let me just go ahead and erase some of these names that I've already read for. And there you go. Let me see if I have any new names here. Zara, I'll put your name down here. Free clean your aura and energy. Alrighty, let's do it. So our next one second, bear with me. It's Toking. Toking Explorers. Is Toking Explorer still here? Oh my god, wow. I didn't... Yes, feel free to cry. This is a place of release and healing. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for sharing. We love you. If Toking Explorers is not here, I love you. I'll go to the next person just to say, just to save some time here. Thank you for the kind words. Okay, so I believe we're going. Sorry, y'all. Okay, it's Alana. Is Alana here? Thanks, y'all. Don't make me blush. Alana. Minati, I have your name here. So, okay, if Alana doesn't say anything, we're going to go to the next person. Okay, Zara. Yeah, Zara, are you here? You're being called. Zara. Okay, perfect. Thank you. And let's go ahead and begin for Zara. Zara. There's okay. So again, all this is interpretation. There's something that you've closed yourself off regards to your growth. Okay, it was coming in generally, so I don't know what that has to deal with. But you're basically agreeing to be like, I'm good here. No, I don't need to do that. And I'm seeing that you have so much energy and so much gas in the tank, full tank, to be doing something with it or going somewhere with that. And the longer that I stayed there, Spirit was showing me something in regards to family too, and something along the line. I don't know. This is all general. That they know. That's all I know. Your family knows. I don't know. Something like that. Okay. I don't know. So let's see what's happening. So for Zara, okay, there you go. You're operating on a level of shame as well. So you're showing me that I don't think you're projecting your insecurities, but you're definitely thinking about them at least. But at the same time you think about it, you like to push it away at the same time. It's almost like you're keeping everything to yourself, and you're like, nope, all my thoughts to myself. I'm not sharing there. But you are operating on a level of shame, and I don't know if you acknowledge that or not, but you're definitely like either doing too much or not doing enough in regards to just moving forward, or thinking that we can either become obsessive to where we think we need to do too much when really we're okay. We're perfect as we are. We did enough work. We did our homework. Or we're not doing deadly squat because we're so god dang insecure. Does that make sense? So you fall under one of those categories. And they're showing me here. Yeah. That shame turns into guilt, and that's where you tend to project onto others in relations to others. So people might tell you something, hey, you should do this, you should do that, but you're just like, no, I'm gonna do my own thing. You know what I mean? So you're showing me that. But the good thing is, I can see that you don't plan on staying like this forever. It's only like short term. So I do like that. So the other thing is, you have another pattern here in the mind where you're showing me, and you think about this a lot. There's something that causes you sadness and a sense of hopelessness right there in your mind. I can see the energy just orbits in your mind over and over and over again. Okay? And when you're done feeling so sad about whatever this has to deal with, then a desire emerges, and then you kind of get a little bit of like, maybe I should do that. Maybe I'll go in this direction, you know? But then another part of you, as you think about this desire, it's like you're talking yourself out of it. Like, no, that'll never work. No, I can't do that. You know? That's what you're kind of showing me here. And I feel like, for the most part, you are kind of keeping your eye on this desire, but then all the other emotions are just, you're not able to keep your eye on the ball because of the hopelessness and the heartache there. So you're kind of, this is obvious that you need healing here. Okay, so now is that time I'm going to bring in the spirit guidance, bring in the light. Spirit, where are you trying to guide? Okay, so this might be kind of a intricate puzzle here, because sometimes it doesn't just take one step. Sometimes it takes 3, 4. That's okay. So, yes, perfect. That's what I was hoping they were going to say. All this shame, all this insecurity that you are holding towards yourself, and all this guilt that you might be holding against yourself, or you're not. Basically, guilt is when you realize maybe you may have done something wrong, but you don't acknowledge it, and you don't forgive yourself. So Spirit is asking you, and they're waiting for you to give it back to them. Give them back this sense of shame or insecurity or overprotection of yourself, and the guilt that makes you want to feel bad for your own self. You don't need to feel this anymore. So send that energy. You can feel it. It's not going to feel good. A lot of people are really good at numbing themselves from these emotions. Have you ever heard of Jeffrey Dahmer? Yeah, he's professional at that. So we don't want to be like Jeffrey. Thank God he healed in the end. But we still, all of us still hold those emotions on some level. And so that's why it's important to keep up with our energetic hygiene. So they want to give this back. So once you feel the guilt and the shame, send that energy back right here in your spiritual heart, deep as you can, where they're waiting to receive that, okay? And take that from you. You don't need it anymore. Next, where are you trying to guide? Okay. Yeah, you have a process here. You have a lesson here that you have to learn, and you've been neglecting yourself quite a bit. And they need you to get the ball rolling on this, on the initiation and the start of your self-development. That's what they're showing me here. And it needs to come from a centered place from your mind and your heart, where you're feeling totally centered and balanced and aligned with yourself. So it's telling you that you need to be serious about really figuring out what is going to be best for my life and how I'm going to prolong it for as long as I can, and give love to others, and being able to accept love from others as well. 1 second. Okay, I feel like there's a past relationship, an ex or something, but you're still friends with them, or that you should reconnect with them, or that this person serves a purpose in your life and that it's important for you to reconnect with them or something. I know it's like an ex, or how it's coming through is an ex, but I don't think you all are together, but they still you still have a connection here and it's worth, continuing here. So that's what that shame is about, okay? And last thing before I move on, because when I see a lot of these patterns, I tend to kind of stay with you for a little longer, because I'm trying to make impact, you understand? So I just hope you guys understand. So last thing here, okay, so there's a desire here, and I feel like you're healing that. This desire, or whatever this has to do with, it might be in regards to this person. I feel like you have that desire like locked in, but I feel like you're closing off to it. And as you close off to it, your heart this desire, the pain that was associated with the desire, starts to heal on its own, and you may not even realize this. So when I asked Spirit how they're wanting to guide you, they take me right back to your shame. So that means that you're doing something in which you are not realizing you're neglecting a part of yourself. Sometimes when we turn love away from other people, when we're not allowed, or when we cannot, or we do not allow ourselves to accept love or help from other people, we're basically closing off love for ourselves. Does this make sense? I'm going to close my eyes one more time before I move on. I just feel they just showed me like a desire to like be with somebody forever, like true commitment. And then as I see that, there's someone over here that is like basically crying for help. Like help, 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 and they won't stop yelling help, 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 and I feel like they're almost like sinking. So they really need help. But it's connected to this desire to be committed, to be in a relationship. Okay? That's for you. All right. You're so welcome. Okay. We still have 9 people here. It's kind of crazy. All right. The ex crying for help. So that might be none of my business, okay? This is just my job to bring to you the symbols. And yeah, you have free will, and as long as you see the guidance, you know, that's all that I care about. So, you're welcome. Let me take a can I have a few minutes to breathe a little bit? Are we okay with that? And I'm going to assume that's a yes answer. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Do we have any new subscribers? If you want to get read, subscribe to the new subscribers. Please let me know that you have subscribed and all that. Okay, let's add some new names here. Spirit wants to read. Raina. Miss Honey. And Z. Manisha. I think I have a lot of people here. I mean, all the names that I have over here. Okay, so I have all the new names, and we're simply going to see who I'm drawn to. Okay, is Sweetie here? Okay, I'm actually being drawn to Manisha, actually. Okay, so I'm going to give a reading here from Manisha. Manisha, I can see your question. However, I do allow Spirit to lead all the messages. So whether or not they touch on the subject, which is obviously my wish, they may or may not, but please don't hold that against me. They're just kind of looking out for you. Okay. Oh, I have, yeah. I'm going to put D here. Oh. Free game. That's so nice of you. So I do have links in my YouTube page. If you click the where it says, what does it say? It should say catch me live for free readings, and then you press the arrow, and then the whole about section should appear, and then there should be links to my PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo at the very bottom, and you can do that. But thanks so much. That's so nice. All right, so I'm gonna see what's coming through here for Manisha, since Spirit is pretty adamant showing me that. Okay, let's see. Okay, I feel like they're showing me a relationship, but it's not looking like, they're not showing me signs of union or unity. They're actually showing signs of like, I wouldn't say it's not a strong separation, but it's almost like, okay, I'm gonna hide. Okay, but it has to do, there's something about money here, and I don't know, and that's probably a factor. There's something about money that has to do with this, and I feel like the female, whoever the female is here, they're like hiding. They're like, oh, I can like stay away, you know, kind of like that. That's what's coming through there. All right, let's see what's happening. Okay, we have Queen of Cups here. Let's see what's that. Okay. All right. Well, it looks like for a moment there you were kind of like, I'm not sure about this, but then you go ahead and you move forward with being and appearing kind of neutral there in your mind about this. And it feels like that's how you're trying to want to approach things. But the more time passes by, you're feeling a little bit more defeated as time goes by. And because I see a little dip here in regards to your sense of like just feeling okay with the situation. And then it just kind of turns into like, I don't know. It feels like you're getting a sense of like, oh gosh, like I want something, but it also feels like there's something here tied from the past that's, show me more, please.
Yes.
Okay, so there's that desire, and it doesn't look like you're planning on holding that desire for very long. You know? But I'm like, I feel like they're asking me to tell you, like, are you sure you want this? You know? That's how it feels like. And, okay. So, yeah, I can see that the more like you retract from this desire or wanting to move forward with it, like you have a tendency to like kind of get into sadness, but I don't feel like it's that serious. Does that make sense? And let's see, where are you trying to guide them here? Okay. Listen, this has to do with they're telling you to be independent here, but you need to start from the heart. Okay? Your self-interest is what's most is what's important here, okay? If this has to do with a person, this is a no answer, okay? But I feel like this person is gonna turn out to be kind of like, next. You know what I mean? And they're just wanting you to come from a more like being able to just make that distinction and create that boundary of like, okay, I did that. I took it into consideration. This is what I thought, and I don't feel guilt about it at all. And yeah, you're just basically okay because you have self-interest there, certain factors about telling you what is it that you need, so on and so forth, and I feel is very reasonable to have. So you should definitely keep that. Do you know what this is? Let's close our eyes. Yeah, this is what I'm feeling. I made a plan to leave. Never mind. That's what I'm seeing here. And they're wanting you to come to a place of just like, it's almost like self-respect. Very clean. Okay? So that's for you. That makes sense. Let's go to the next person. I have a lot of new subscribers here. Hold on, let me show everybody's name is listed. And we'll go with Bishu, Rogue, and that looks like it. So let's do it. You're so welcome. And thank you, Free Game, for making a donation. And I'm not trying to make anybody else feel like they're supposed to make a donation, no. But when it happens, I'm just like, oh my God. Okay. So, Spirit, who should I read? Oh my gosh, are you sure? Okay, okay, Z, are you here? God, I feel bad. Like, I know Minati's been wanting to get read here, but I'm just trying to follow Spirit's guide, you know? Last time I didn't listen, like, I ended up getting kind of energetically fatigued, if you know what I mean. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna read for Minati. Because she's been, or they've been here for so long, you know? So, Spirit, let's give her. Okay, here we go. 1 second. Hi, Reina, welcome back. Okay. I feel like there's like some kind of like vacation or something that they're showing me. I don't know if it's symbolic or if literal, but I feel like it has to do with like being able to save up and having enough for that. And it felt like it comes with a sense of like challenge or work that's associated with that, but I felt like you were kind of just like walking your way through it instead of like, you know what I mean? So that's that. Let's see what's happening here. Okay. Okay, so there you are. You started off really nicely in this sense of neutrality and like self-empowerment. You're like, okay, I'm gonna, you know, just kind of be comfortable there. But then you take me to this. you take me to a level of guilt that you're operating at. So that usually tells me that you are likely only listening to your own feelings or what you think is correct. And if somebody advises you to do something, you're likely to, maybe you're listening to it, but for sure you're not considering or, seeing any real value in that. But for a moment there, it feels like when you are starting to try to move yourself out of this guilt, because I feel like you feel it both on a heart and a level, it turns into a sense of like, why should I go on? What's the point of being here? And it's almost like you're, at this point, it's almost like I don't even think you're giving any thought anymore into like, I feel like you kind of just like secluded yourself there. So you're, show me something else. Spirit always wants to talk about these lower vibrational stuff. It's not the happiest, but this is the stuff that's going to free you all up of your creative energies and really like make changes in your life. If you clear all the, the debris. So you're showing me here there's a sense of hopelessness that you're carrying with you. And you kind of expect to have that hopelessness with you in the days to come. So I don't know what that is, but spirit, where are you trying to guide? Oh gosh, you have to learn lessons here, honey. There's lessons you're not learning. You're neglecting yourself. You're neglecting yourself here. And you're not giving yourself a second chance. I'm going to close my eyes to see more. I feel like you know exactly what I'm talking about. Because now I just feel this whole other side of you who's done the cleaning, who's done the work, who's done the healing, who's done the all sending all this debris back to spirit. And I feel you reclaiming your life, and I feel all this light around you. And I feel you say, I know. It's just a huge change for what I feel is just awaiting you at this point. But it has to deal with you realizing that you've been neglecting you, okay? What is this? Okay, they're showing me your insecurities here. I don't know what that is, but you really pushed that down there. And this is in your heart area. What's that? You have a tendency to kind of say like, I'm not okay. And you kind of, it's more on a heart level though. So that's telling me that you feel the need to almost like, maybe even freak out sometimes. And you're just like, I need to go home and like, be in my little comfort zone. I can't take too much. I can't do much. You know what I'm saying? You have a pattern here that's right there. And it has to do with like jumping to conclusion way too quickly of making that judgment that you're not okay already. This is happening on a subconscious level. What do you want her to do with that? Bless you. You have a lot of insecurities here a lot of shame that you haven't cleared. This is a lot of self neglect that you're holding. This has to be. They're telling me that you need to learn the lesson, that it's not ready to be sent back to spirit because you haven't tuned into that level of shame yet in order to learn. Does that make sense? I always give this, you've heard me this before. If I go out and I rob a bank and I come home and I'm like, I'm rich, I'm so amazing, there's something wrong there, right? But it's the same. I'm just explaining the concept of like there's things that you also need to feel ashamed about. Not to that extent, you're not robbing banks, I'm sure. But it still has to do with you taking care of you and loving you completely. You just give up so quickly, and you're just like, you see the mess that's there. You're showing me this symbolically. You see the mess that's there, and you're just like, I can't do anything about it. It's there. I already lost. That's what you're showing me. And you have to realize this is killing you. Okay, this is for you, okay? Alrighty. Let's do new person. We all have to tune into our own shame. But it's there to protect us. It's there. And the self-love isn't going to be realized yet until we realize that we're actually attacking our own selves by neglecting what we needed and not paying attention enough to how we feel, or asking ourselves, do I love me? Do I truly love me? Is it evident in my house? Is everything in order? Is everything neat? Is everything clean? Are all my relationships happy? Am I doing well at work? Look around, because your environment will usually reflect how you're feeling inside. So let's go on to the next person here. Is Nada here? Nada or Julia? Nada, Julia. Reina. Oh my God, people are donating. That means so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Thank you so much, and I promise I won't spend it in one place. Okay. And you're so welcome. Thank you so much for being receptive. I know these aren't like these. Listen though, these are important. I know it's not like I'm not saying, oh yeah, you're gonna win the lottery. This is not I'm not that type of reader here. But what I am, what I feel Spirit wants me to do is bring more awareness to the shame and the guilt that we all tend to become numb to. And yeah, I realize now that I'm doing all these readings, and I just know that that's my purpose here, is to help people be vigilant in every single part of their life in which affects their health, their emotional, and their psyche, and how they view themselves, and how much energy they can actually bring, and how much they believe in their dreams. You know, this is all important. So if we can get down to the root of things, oh my God, look, imagine all the beauty that would be all around us. But it all starts with self-development and how much you love yourself. But a lot of people want to depend on, oh, I need this person, I need that person. And then when you get into the relationship, you realize you're not developed enough to be able to hold on to it. And then when you lose that person, you think your life is over. But not for the people who've been developing themselves. They're all good. They're over here focusing on themselves and their own success, minding their business, and just trusting that the right person's going to come. And they're going to want to hang around them instead of them chasing other people. All right. Reina, I believe, yes, your name is being called here. So let's go ahead and do that. My dog is staring at me. Hey, boo-boo. All right, I think I am gonna start to close. I think this might be the last reading I do. I'm so sorry. But I have been on for a while, and we cooked some salmon soup tonight, so I'm really excited about that. And yeah, I'm gonna be on here every night. As you can see, I'm starting to be consistent. So I love seeing your names over and over again. It brings a warmth to my heart. So we're gonna end here with Reina, and I'm so sorry. Everybody's probably gonna be like, click that exit button, but I understand. But if I didn't read for you tonight, hopefully I will get to read for you in the following days to come this week, okay? So I'm going to end it here with Reina. Okay, so Reina, for you, I like this. It's coming through pretty nicely. So I can tell that you want to level up, okay? I feel like this has to do with finances, but it just be like in general as well. But I feel like what they were showing me is that the moment you start preparing yourself and charging yourself, because I can feel you say, okay, I want to level up, then the symbol was coming through, which is telling me your subconscious is holding patterns that aren't allowing you to feel so confident to be able to move forward. Okay. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I feel like I'm going to be uncovering some patterns here for you to help you get rid of those, help you heal those patterns so that they're not bombarding your thoughts when you're actually trying to be productive throughout your day. So let's do that. Thanks, Free Games, so much. Yes, so thank you so much for the donations. I really appreciate that. So, Reina, let me take a look at your field here, okay? It's always the guilt and shame. That's my job here, just to let you know that. So that's basically what they showed me. But listen, it didn't. Okay, yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah, see, yep, here it is. See, I see that little desire there to move forward, but I can see that you're not taking much action on it because all of these emotions are holding you back. Okay, so it's all that there's sad. There's a big pattern here, and it's all kind of just combobulated. Is that a word? Into one pattern, but it all has to do with the guilt, the shame, the hopelessness, the sadness. Okay, all this. I don't have to go into detail, but yeah, it's a huge pattern here. I knew I was gonna see it. At the same time, you are healing it at the same time. Okay, so that's good to see. You can be more intentional about your healing here, though. Okay, because I feel some of it you're kind of just like kind of trying to ignore or whatever, or kind of just compartmentalize and not have it bother you, but that's not going to help you in the long run. Okay, so you're already doing some healing in regards to that really big pattern. When I ask Spirit how they're trying to guide you, and I feel like, yeah, this is there you go. Okay, so the biggest emotion here that they want you to focus on, yep, there you go, give it all back, is the shame. Okay, and I feel like I'm getting signals that Spirit wants me to tell that this is a message for every single person here watching, because every day we're human, we go through things in life, and we're gonna pick up some kind of shame anyway, so it's inevitable. But this pattern here, I can tell you this has been accumulating over some time. So you want to focus mostly on the shame there, and whenever you find yourself super tired, or you don't have the motivation or even the self-belief, or you're questioning yourself, am I good enough? Do I have enough? If you're too distracted asking yourself these questions, and you're not just like reading or working or getting stuff done, or like being in the mode of like, oh, I really like this, I can't stop reading, then that means you need to clear. If you're not always just like, oh, what do I gotta do now? If you're not in constant motion, let's just say 80 to 90%, because we have to do a lot in our lives. But if you're questioning yourself a lot, that usually means you need to clear. So, yours, Reina, is shame, and that's what they want you to start with. Begin to move all that energy back here in your spiritual heart. You're sending it to another dimension, basically, here in your spiritual heart. And this is where Spirit exists, and they're waiting to receive that. So they're waiting for you to give that to them. So stay in contemplation. When you feel all this, like, I suck, I'm not very good, or I'm wasting my time, or there's no point, feel all of that, and you can say these things out loud. I'm going to give you one affirmation. I'm going to get a little bit of information in regards to this pattern, so you can easily tune into it faster, and then you can send it back. Okay, so here we go. Okay. So this one, you tend to make the conclusion or judgment whenever you get into something new. You tend to, your patterns want to tell you that you don't belong there. And it's strong enough to the point where I literally hear you crying. Like, oh, this is not my place. Like, I don't belong here. Like, get me out of here. You know what I mean? It's almost like you're crying. You're just like, get me out of here. I'm not comfortable. That's the pattern you're holding. Okay? So, know that you're holding this pattern that wants to make you believe that you don't feel comfortable. Okay, you know what I'm saying. You understand this, right? Okay, so last thing here. Okay. Okay, there's one thing here that they want you to, yeah, hold on. There's a lesson here that you need to learn, and I'm going to tell you what that is. When I tell you what it is, it has to do with you neglecting yourself on some level, okay? I don't know how serious this is, but they want you to learn this, and they want you to take it with you into the future. Why is my thing red? I don't know what that was. Something about breaking even. And there's an apology. I want to break even. I don't know what that was. Can you show that to me one more time, please? What is that? This is interesting. What's that? Really? You understand this? Okay, hold on. There's something here they're showing me. What is that? It still has to do with shame. Okay, it's almost... It feels like okay, pretend today is today, right? And then tomorrow I know that I have to do something, but it's almost like you want tomorrow to be over already. Does that make sense? This is the pattern that you're holding. And when I say break even, I don't know what that was. I feel like it has to do with how much you give, you should be receiving. So there's a sense of like need for balance, or that everything, I don't know. What's the guidance here? Thank you so much, Spirit. Guidance. King of Wands. Yeah. Listen, you kind of have a long journey of healing here, but it has to deal with you being aware. You have oh my God, this is a big pattern. I didn't see this. They're showing me this really big pattern now of all the shame here. So before you can even start letting some of this shame go, you have more to realize that it's actually there. You have to be aware that you hold these things, and this is what's keeping you back, okay? One last thing here before I let you go. They're telling me that you have a dead end job or something, and I know you want money, so that's for you, okay? And again, that was up for interpretation. So, but I'm just trying to not to act like I know everything. I'm literally just describing the symbols that's coming through. Again, it's open to my interpretation, but I did see dead end job there, and a desire for more money. So that's the end goal. We do need money. Yes, we love money. Okay. All right. You're amazing. Thanks. No problem. Thank you for being here and for loving you, okay? Most important part of all this. And I'm going to go ahead and end the live and just thank you one more time. And also acknowledge Spirit here is also wanting to thank you as well, okay? See you all tomorrow.